Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ivan Lopez. I'm part of the Global Minds team. I am the head of the Global Minds Association, and I'm also helping with the social media. I am the program promotion officer for Global Minds. Well, first of all, in this video, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to do the step-by-step process on how to do your application. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and see here how you can apply. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna ask you to do is that you read this first page very, very carefully. Okay, so this application is divided in sections. Okay, there are some sections that either you are going to do or you are not going to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to actually do it so you can go ahead and do it on your own later. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is that you can check here the cost and funding that we have. Okay, also you have a budget simulator. You can just click here and it will take you to the web page. Okay, now you can go ahead, you can go back, etc. We also have a budget simulator. Now, one important thing is that the program it's mainly in English. So even though we're going to Poland, we're going to Norway, Portugal, etc., the program it will be completely taught in English. Okay, so everything in this application, either it's transcripts, etc., it will need to be in English. Okay, so please make sure that everything that you put here, it will be on English. Now, let's go ahead and say some things here about this. So if you are completing the application, you will have 2 weeks to complete the application. What this means is that you can close the window and then you can come back and then the if you click again on the link, it will take you exactly to where you left. Okay. So this is very important, but you only have 2 weeks. If you do more than 2 weeks, your applications will be automatically disregarded. Okay. So please make sure that you complete it in between that time frame. Okay. Now, if you are going to do it several times, let's say you forgot to put something, etc., and you need to do it again, you need to do it, but on a different browser, okay? So if you do it on a different browser, it may be possible, okay? But please make sure that you do it right the first time, okay? Now, let's go to the sections, okay? So first section, very simple, first and last name, email that you want us to communicate, nationality, the one that it's on your passport, okay, country of residence, okay, phone number and gender. These things are optional, okay? So if you are not comfortable giving us your gender, that's okay. You can just not put it in, okay? It will not affect your application, okay? Now, uh, there are three ways that Global Minds give the funding, okay? So you can be either self-funded, that means that your tuition and the stipend, it will be completely up to you, okay? So yeah, that will be the self-funded places, okay? Now, we have also the partial scholarship ones that cover the partial scholarship covers the tuition, but it will not cover a monthly stipend, okay? Now, the fully funded places are covering the tuition and also it will give you an stipend, okay? So those are the three. Either you can be self-funded, you can be partial scholarship, or you can be full scholarship, okay? Now you need to select the ones that you can do, okay? Now we have qualifications in here. Now this is very, very important for us, okay? To be eligible for Global Minds, you must have earned an equivalent of 100 ECTS credits in psychology, okay? So let's say this is very important because if you did a bachelor that the bachelor says bachelor in applied psychology, bachelor in psychology, etc., that means that you just need to put bachelor in psychology, okay? What happened if you did not do a bachelor in psychology or it does not apply in your case, okay? So let's say you study to be a lawyer and you want to apply to a program. Even though we are focus a psychology focused program, you can also apply, okay? And we are not going to tell you no to apply, but just make sure that to the person that if you are going to apply, you need to have at least 100 ECTS credits in psychology, okay? So there are two ways that this section can go. If you did a bachelor in psychology, you are just going to put bachelor in psychology, okay? If you did not do a bachelor in psychology, then you will need to do all these conversions about the ECTS credits, okay? Please make sure that before you are completing your application, you know the conversion of the ECTS to your specific to your specific like conversion in the bachelor that you did. For example, let's say we have here a PDF that if you click here, it will take you here. So of course we cannot put all the universities that are in the world, okay? But I'm gonna do an example. So let's say I am from Mexico, therefore, let's say you did your university at Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, okay? In this university, they don't call it ECTS. They call it local credits, okay? So one local credit, it's equivalent to one ECTS. But for example, in Malaysia, the Sunway University, they don't call it ECTS, they call it credits, okay? But 0.5 credits are equivalent to one ECTS, okay? So please make sure that you complete at least 100 ECTS, okay? This is only for the person that do not do a bachelor in psychology, okay? Then you will need to do all this conversion only in those cases, okay? So yeah, then that's okay. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Okay, so over here, what we're gonna do is in here it's the extracurricular activities. So these will include any extracurricular activities that you did, work or volunteering experience. Now, if you did, okay, if you volunteer at a research lab during your university studies, then you will not put it in here, okay? If you volunteer in a research lab, we will have a specific section just for that, okay? So in here, it will be mainly if you volunteer somewhere, if you do any extracurricular activities that you think are related to the objectives and the mission and the vision of Global Minds, okay? You can put up to 8 items. So we also have the research experience. That's where you are going to put the supervisor, the research lab that you work at. We have the statement of purpose, okay? And yeah, make sure that it's 10,000 character, etc., etc. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pass to the application. I'm gonna give you guys the hints over there too. Now, this is some of the most important questions here. Okay, do you consent for us to gather this information and use it to contact you about your eligibility of the program? In here, you need to put yes, okay? You need to put yes because what if you put no here and then you go ahead and complete the application? We will not be able to contact you, okay? It will not allow us to contact you because you did not click yes here, okay? So you're going to go ahead here and click yes, okay? So we can contact you. Now, the University of Limerick has many opportunities, have many other master degrees. In here, if you want us to maybe check if there are any other programs that can be related to you in case uh uh you don't go to Global Minds, you can put yes in here. This is only for the University of Limerick. So this will not, if you put yes here, this will not mean that we are going to check uh, in the University of Poland, in the University of Norway. Okay, this is only for the University of Limerick. Okay, so please make sure that you have this in mind while you are completing your application. If you want us to maybe contact you for uh, any other education that we offer here at the University of Limerick, you put yes. If no, you put no, and that's okay. Now, please, you are going to complete the CAPTCHA. Make sure that you are not a robot. Okay. Now, in here, you are going to put your name, okay, your last name, again, test@test.com, okay. Please enter your phone number. Let's go ahead and put, okay, in here, it's very, very important that you put your country code, okay? But how are you going to put this? This is very important, okay? So let's say in Mexico, the country code it's 52. So instead of putting like plus, okay, you are going to put 0052. That is a 00 that it will be like the plus. Then you're going to put the country code, in this case 52, and then I'm gonna put my phone number, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. In the case of Limerick, or of Ireland, etc., it's 353. So how it would be here? 00353, and then your phone number. Okay. Then that's very important for you guys to know. Okay. In when you do this, what is your country of nationality? Okay. So in my case, I'm gonna put Mexico. Okay. If your country residence is different from your nationality, which is very common in this program, you're going to put here whatever you feel like it. So in this case, I'm gonna put Mexico. And I'm not gonna answer this one because I don't want to, and that's okay. Okay? This is completely optional, and this will not affect your eligibility to enter the program. Okay? So then we'll go ahead and go to the next part. Now, in here, this is again an explanation of how are the three different types of financial implications with Global Minds. So we have the full scholarship student. You will be waived of all tuition fees, and you will receive an stipend of this amount per year. Okay. However, I think this will be giving monthly. Okay. So please make sure about that. Yes. You have partial scholarship students, okay? You don't have to pay any tuition fees, You will be waived of that. But you will be responsible for covering all the other expenses. So this means living, food, etc., etc., okay? Now, a self-funded student, okay? If you are admitted as a self-funded student, you will be responsible of covering all the tuition fees that are in the program. The fees are 18,000 euros for the 2-year program for non-European Union citizen, okay? And 9,000 for citizens of the European Union, okay? So please make sure to read very carefully and select the ones that you can, okay? I will, let's say here, please tick all the boxes that apply to you, okay? So let's say I would like to be considered for a full scholarship place and a partial scholarship place, but I cannot do it as a self-funded, okay? You can do it like this, okay? So even if you want to change it, you can be selected, you can put yes in everything, okay? Just make sure that you know exactly how much you will pay, how much you won't pay, etc., etc., okay? So please make sure to know about that. So I'm gonna keep it like this. And then now you're about to enter the qualification section of this application, okay? So again, please remember that if you do a bachelor in psychology, you don't need to do all the counting of the ECTS thing, okay? You're just going to put the program. Okay. So for this, you can just go ahead. If you have a bachelor in psychology, you can just go ahead and jump to the other part. Okay. Okay, so in here, you are now entering the details for your main primary bachelor's degree. Okay, please do not forget to click the green button at the bottom of the page to submit. Okay, country of granting institution. Gonna go ahead and put Mexico. Okay, and then in here, it will give you, even in your language, what's the name of the program that you do. For example, in here, as I put Mexico, all this is in Spanish, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one, that is the name uh, of the type of qualification that I did. But let's say I'm from Malta. In here, it will also come what's the type of program that you did, okay? And that will change depending of, let's say, Nicaragua, doctorado, licencia, maestría, etc. Okay. Remember that this is for bachelor's degree. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Mexico. There we go. We put the name of the university. I'm gonna put here mine. The graduation date for this qualification. Okay. So I remember, but let's put 20th of August 2022. Okay. Now you're going to go ahead and here put the type of award classification, tick the award classification that your degree, award, or grade is equivalent in the Irish Honor Award classification system. How are you going to do that? You're going to click here, and it's going to take you to this page where you can actually go ahead and see the type of equivalent that it exists. Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and look there. Let's say this. Now, it's very important. Psychology is studied under many different titles. Okay, this is what I was telling you guys. So, the core areas include cognitive, developmental, social, biological, individual difference, etc., etc., etc. Okay, is this qualification talking about this one that we did? Okay, this one that I did, is this in psychology? Okay, if the name of this qualification include the word psychology, please click yes. Okay. So, and it will automatically jump to the next section. Okay. If it says psychology. If it doesn't say psychology, you put no. Okay. And then it will take it somewhere else. Okay. It will go ahead to and show this one. So let's say the bachelor that I did was in psycholinguistics. Okay. Now, if I did any bachelor that includes these names, for example, okay, something related to this, you are going to click yes, okay? And it will jump to the next one, okay? To the next section, okay? So please make sure that you know about this one, and it's okay. You are just going to click in yes. Now, what if I'm gonna put engineering. So I did an engineering bachelor's. If I did an engineering bachelor's, it does not apply in here, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and click no. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and it's gonna take us one more time. Some fields are closely related to psychology within the broader social sciences, such as sociology, anthropology. Okay. So what if I did a bachelor's in any of this? If I did in something like this, I'm gonna click yes. If I did not do anything related to this, I'm gonna click no. Okay? Please make sure that you know that if you click yes, it practically you're going to skip the ECTS explanation. Okay? Okay, so for this part, you have indicated that that your degree was not in psychology, so you did an engineering bachelor, but was not in psychology. So we're still going to give you three different options. Okay, option number one, it will be provide more information on this qualification. So let's say you did a bachelor's, uh, and you to be a lawyer. Okay, so you're a lawyer, but and you did a lot of at least 100 ECTS in the social science, and then that's what you want to apply into to Global Minds. You can give us that information, and that will be option number one. Okay, that it's this. Continue to provide more information on this qualification. Okay. Option number two is move directly to the next qualification. Okay, so maybe this lawyer bachelor that you did is not does not meet the requirements or does not have 100 ECTS. So no worries. You just move directly to another qualification. Okay. Option number three. Uh, is we really give you this information. The Global Minds application process is incredibly competitive, and this application form requires a lot more information. Okay, so let's say you read everything, you know that maybe it's not the best for you, and maybe you can verify another Erasmus Mundus master program. You can go ahead and click exit the survey now, and if you click next, it's going to take you out of the survey. Okay, so in this case, we're going to click here, continue to provide more information on this specifically in this specific qualification. Okay, remember that we are only on the bachelor that we did okay in here, okay? So we're going to go ahead here. Uh, Based on your previous answer, we're giving you the chance to provide us with more information, okay? On this specific qualification, okay? So this is mainly the bachelor in engineering or the bachelor to be a lawyer, okay? You need to demonstrate that at least 55% of the modules that you completed in your previous degree were psychology related, okay? So let's put here. Please enter the major discipline of these qualifications, okay? So let's say you did a bachelor in to be a lawyer, okay? Law, okay? If there's a minor, okay, the secondary discipline that you did, let's put social science, uh, or yeah, something like that, right? Um, the credit system that you use at your university. So let's say we put in here, let's go to the next one. Um, Second. Okay, so let's use units, okay? Because I know some universities, for example, this one in Kenya uses instead of ECTS, they use credits, okay? Sorry, units. So let's go ahead and put here units, okay? We put units in here. Now, using the ECTS convert example that we offer you, okay? We're going to put it like this. How much is 0.3330, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put it like this, 0.33. Let's put here 0.33, okay? So that's a conversion, okay? You don't need to put many things, just put the conversion. Yeah, okay, you put it like that, and then you are going to give us this information. So let's say you put the class name that you did, for example, um, social law, okay? Model class code, okay? Normally it's something like PS 101, okay? Validation in credit local system, we said that it was 0.33. Okay, value of the credit in ECTS, let's say 1. Obviously, it's most likely not going to be 0.33. You're going to need to go ahead and put more and more. Okay, the like specifically the one that appear on your on your degree. Okay, the specific amount for this specific class. Okay, discipline of module class, social law in psychology. Okay, so yeah, you have it like this. This is how you are going to put. You can put up to 40 classes. Okay, so in here you have the opportunity to put five. We're going to give you five, but of course you need to put more. Okay, in order for you to demonstrate that this qualification that you did applies to be as to study in global minds. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna just jump ahead. You're about to enter the CB resume section of the application. Okay, so now this is the other section that we're gonna do. Okay. In this section, you may provide up to 8 items of work experience, including internship or volunteer experience. For each role, you will be asked this information, okay? So please read everything, okay? Make sure that everything that you put here, it's going to be like related to into Global Minds, okay? Also, remember that once you continue, you cannot go back, okay? So you cannot like go back to a section, a specific section on a specific point. For example, if I want to go back to the qualification that I did before, it does not allow me, it does not give me the back button here, okay? So please make sure that you know all this information before you start clicking next and next and next, okay? So yeah, perfect. Let's go over here. So you're currently entering information on roll number one, okay? We're talking here about the volunteering specifically, okay? So let's say if it was voluntary or paid, okay? Let's say I volunteer as a organizer, um, let's put NGO organization uh, project manager, okay? Manager, and let's say name of employer, we're going to put United Nations. Employer organization address, we're going to put the address of the organization, okay? Organization email address, or again, you put the organization email address that you're going to put, the start date, let's say 01/01 2024, and the 01/01 2025, okay? Now, in here, I need you to put a lot of attention in here. In this part, I want you guys to put a dash in every time that you are going to mention any specific thing. Okay, so let's say skills and responsibility or organizational processes process um, of events. Okay, now the next one I'm gonna put here. The next one, it's need to be like, okay, uh, scheduling, um, manager agenda. Okay. So I need you to start always with a dash. Okay. That's how the system is going to recognize it. Okay. So please, every time that you're going to mention another thing, this can be like, this can have a lot of information. You can put a lot of information in here, a lot of information about this specific role, whatever you think it is. And then the next skill or responsibility that you're going to put, I need you to start always with a dash, okay? Very important. How does this experience relate to your Global Minds to your Global Minds application? So I believe that this skill helped me, etc., etc., okay? And you're going to explain why do you think that this specific role fits with Global Minds, okay? Would you like to enter information on another role? If you put yes, it will be like a refreshing thing, okay? So if you put yes, you are going to enter information on role number two, okay? So it's going to be the same page, just number two. And you can put more information on that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put no in here. And then it's going to take me to this part, research experience, okay? So now I'm really I really hope that on the last part you didn't put any information about any labs or research experience, okay? Because we have a specific section for that. So now in the research experience sections, you can put information if you did a thesis or something, it will be also in this part, okay? So you are going to put this information like let's say project title, hosting institution, supervisor, etc., etc. Now, it doesn't if you don't have research experience, that won't affect your application, okay? This is only for us to give you more information and for us to divide it more in sections, okay? However, if you do not have research experience, it's not mandatory to have one, okay? So if you have, you put continue to research section, okay, where they are going to ask you all this. Or if you don't have any, you can just skip this section, okay? Not everyone needs to have a research experience, okay? And that's okay. You can still be considered to be on Global Minds, okay? We really care about more things, not only about the research experience. However, we do are going to have a specific section for this, okay? So in this case, I'm gonna put continue to research, okay? I'm gonna put here the title of project, the institution organization. Let's put uh, City University of Seattle, and wanna put the supervisor name. I don't know, like we are going to put uh, John's whatever. Okay. And then supervisor, we're going to put the name, the start date. Let's put 01/01/2025, end date 01/01/2025. Okay. Brief description of the research that you did. Okay. So you can have at least 2000 characters. Okay. And same as last time, if you have a dash, okay, you always need to start with a dash every time that you're gonna put something, okay? So let's put or organization of population, collaboration with different universities. Okay. So you're going, and then in here you are going to have also the characters remaining that you have. Okay. How does this research experience can help you enter Global Minds? Okay. Why do we need to know that research experience and why is it relevant for being a Global Minds student? Okay. So now, again, start with a dash, then you can start like explaining everything. Okay. Then perfect. Okay, what research method did you use on this project? Okay, so I use mixed or whatever. Okay, and I don't know. You need it will be independently or well, it will be depending on the research lab that you volunteer at. Okay, if the project result in a publication, please enter the DOE. Okay, DOE. So for example, if you publish this in a um, somewhere, they will give you a DOI. Okay. In that that will appear here. Okay. Normally it's like one, zero, where you put that. Okay. Would you like to tell us about another item of research experience? Okay. So let's say you did a publication and some research posters of everything, all of that. You can tell us more information in here. Okay. Yes. I want to tell you more about what I did. Okay. I want to tell you more about any other research. And it will be the same. It will be the same one, just item number two. Okay. So in this case, for this case, I'm going to put no. Then I'm going to go ahead here. Now, in here, we have the statement of purpose. Okay. Why do you want to pursue the Global Minds Master Program? Okay. How does this program align with your career goals? What are your research interests? Okay. So in here, you are going to put a lot of information, all the information that you want, all the information that you believe that it's important for us to know Why do you want to enter Global Minds? Okay, this is very, very relevant for us. And I believe it's one of the most important sections. Okay, and you have to tell us in at least 10,000, in maximum 10,000 characters. Okay, you will have the characters remaining right here. Uh, you don't need to write it here. Maybe use Word, maybe put it in sections on your on Word and then just copy and paste it here, like just so you can have the freedom and you don't have to do it like in here, okay? So yeah, then once you have everything, you click next, and now this is everything that we put over here. Thank you for taking the time of completing this inquiry survey. Please see a summary of the details you have entered below, okay? So we have here my name, my email, my qualification, qualification number two, qualification number three. And then you need to click I confirm the above. Okay. What if you forgot to put I confirm the above? You can still click submit application. However, if you do not click I confirm the above, we are not going to receive it. Okay. So this is very, very important that if you put all the information here and you know that it's true, you are going to put here, I confirm the above, okay? Then you're going to click submit the application. If you do not do this, we are not going to receive it. So please, please, please be mindful to that you need to put I confirm the above, okay? And in here, probably in your case, it's going to be very, very long. However, I want you guys to know that this is very, very relevant for us, okay? So now, if you, let's say, you notice that something is wrong in here, okay? You notice that something is wrong here. So what are you going to do? You can still do another application, okay? So make sure that you always use like private mode or incognito mode so you can do it again, okay? We are only going to accept the last application that you did. So you are able to submit another application. Yes, no problem with that. However, we are only going to take we're only going to take into account the last application that you did, okay? So yes, please make sure about that. And you're going to click here, submit the application, and then we are going to have here that information. We thank you for your time as for taking the time answering the survey. Now, this is the end of the video. I really want to make sure that you guys know everything. If you have more questions, please send an email to Global Minds, and we're of course going to help you solve any problem that you encounter. Okay, so yeah, I wish you all the luck in this application process. Global Minds is a great master program, and I really wish that you guys have the opportunity to enter because it's very, very, very good. Okay, so I wish you all the luck, all the shamrocks, and yeah, so you can come to Ireland, Poland, Norway, Portugal with us. Okay, so yes, perfect. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye bye.